Why is Gideon v. Wainwright a landmark case? Imagine facing a criminal charge in a court where you cannot afford legal representation and being told you must defend yourself. This scenario highlights the importance of the case involving Clarence Earl Gideon and Louis Wainwright. This case fundamentally changed the American justice system by addressing the rights of individuals who cannot afford legal counsel. Before this case, the legal landscape was inconsistent regarding whether states were required to provide attorneys to defendants who could not afford them. Clarence Gideon was charged with felony theft in Florida and, unable to pay for a lawyer, he requested the court to appoint one for him. The court denied his request, asserting that only in capital cases was an attorney guaranteed. Gideon represented himself during the trial, and he was convicted and sentenced to prison. He later filed a handwritten petition to the United States Supreme Court, arguing that his constitutional rights had been violated. The Supreme Court agreed to hear his case and, in a unanimous decision, ruled in favor of Gideon. The court held that the Sixth Amendment of the United States Constitution, which guarantees the right to legal counsel, applies to all criminal cases in state courts. This decision established that states are required to provide legal representation to defendants who cannot afford it. The ruling emphasized that a fair trial depends on the defendant having proper legal assistance, which is essential for ensuring justice and equality under the law. This case set a precedent that transformed criminal justice procedures across the country. It mandated that states must provide attorneys to indigent defendants in all criminal cases, ensuring that the right to a fair trial is protected regardless of economic status. The Gideon v. Wainwright decision reinforced the principle that justice should not be dependent on wealth, and that legal protections are fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution. In summary, Gideon v. Wainwright is considered a landmark case because it established the obligation of states to provide legal counsel to defendants who cannot afford it, thereby strengthening the fairness and integrity of the criminal justice system in the United States.